What's going on, guys? Roadkill here, and today I'm gonna try and make some type of a rant video. I wanted to talk about my opinions on DPS players and mains. Not really just so much people who play DPS, but more like the people who play DPS and DPS only. So this video, if you play DPS, I don't know, you play tank, support, DPS, you play all the categories, or you play two of the categories and DPS happens to be one of them, this video isn't about you. This is a lot more so about the people in general who just play DPS and only DPS, because that says just a lot about the person as they are. So this video, you can see the title. This video is the title is something along the lines of why DPS is the most useless role, or why DPS players are it's the worst types of teammates. And so the reason that I have this opinion is because, generally speaking, this is a team-based game, and it feels like a lot of people who play DPS want to play Marvel Rivals but don't want to participate in the team-based game aspect of it, don't want to really protect teammates, don't want to peel, don't want to stall cart, really just are focused on damage numbers and however many finals they get, regardless of how many deaths they get and how much time they're forcing their teammates to spend in whatever, a 5v6 or whatever. It seems like a lot of DPS players are more so playing team deathmatch, whereas everyone else is playing Marvel Rivals. I hope that makes sense. DPS players seem to have this weird kind of main character syndrome where they don't want to do anything for their team. I'm sure tanks and support players can tell you all these times where you're asking DPS players to peel because you've got whatever dive going on, and it's met with so much resistance, so much, oh, but you should be able to do this yourself. DPS players really just want to spend the entire game doing nothing but getting kills. I think DPS, the role, I'm going to be all over the place because this isn't going to be a scripted video. The role itself, I think, is the most useless role in the entire game, because a DPS's entire role is to just pump out damage, whether it be through their ult, their neutral game, their main kit, all stuff. Their entire thing is just pump out damage and get kills. They really have the worst time peeling for anybody as far as their character goes. So let's go over tanks or something like that. MR-Frost just has one of the longer stunts in the game, and it's usually a one-hit kill, and so she can really just stop any type of dive in its tracks, really. Most tanks have shields to stop incoming damage, and all this stuff. And on top of that, it's a tanks. Most tank players just are in the mindset of protecting their team, so you don't have to beg a tank player for any type of support or peel or protection or whatever else. As well as supports, their entire job is to keep everyone else alive. So supports are again, just one of the better, not through preventing damage, it's just through keeping you alive through the damage. Whereas the role of everyone in the game can shoot and kill people. However, vanguards and strategists have other abilities to keep other people alive. Whereas DPS, the only thing they can really do to keep someone alive is to kill the person that's threatening their teammate, and that's not always just the most efficient way to keep someone alive. However, that's just how the character works. So the point I'm getting at is just everybody can kill. DPS or not, everybody can kill. So strategist players and vanguard players, while also being able to kill, also just have other means of contributing to team fights instead of just only being able to kill. Even, everyone's talking about it. Someone like Luna barely does less damage than Hela. Rocket does comparable damage to Punisher up close. And even Mantis and Adam, all these characters just have abilities that can rival DPS players while also bringing other stuff to the team. And I think people who play strategists and tank, and tanks can kill people as well, and they can put up shields and give their teammates damage reduction and all this cool stuff. Whereas DPS, it's only focused on doing damage and killing, but everyone can do that. Like, it's not really contributing much to the team to just get kills. I think that speaks a lot on the DPS players, like the DPS one trick players mindset. Just being completely unwilling to do anything besides for themselves and expecting the entire team to do for them. We've all seen these DPS players who don't peel, don't do anything for the team, don't stall or contest or whatever, don't do any of this stuff, and just expect the team to revolve around them. I had this one game where I call it like pretty early in the start that I'm getting double dove by Hulk and Daredevil, and I'm telling them, yo, we might need a third support. I should have said something along the lines, or we might just need to switch to a more like peel centric team. But even if I did say that, it wouldn't have mattered. I'll just get the clip. That's weird. Okay, heavy dive. Yeah, say this off rip, we might need a third support. They're running Daredevil Hulk dive.
So you guys got the backline of the dreams, like.
Alright, bro. If I have to defend myself, I'm not gonna be healing you. It's just.
We're on dive, we should be fine.
That dive doesn't help me live against Daredevil. Okay.
Yeah, well, we're gonna be diving their backline too.
Oh, still doesn't help me. Alright, we can try it out.
It's not meant to help you, it's meant to kill their backline.
Alright.
Hey, that's them dying.
Okay.
Why are you on Angela?
Because I want to play Angela.
If we win this, if they had two-step portal to we just didn't want to. Go back to Russia.
Why?
Do you want to be insufferable the whole game? Or like,
No, I just want to play Angela. You're the one being insufferable, trying to tell me what to play.
I asked why you swap, bro. And tell you to
Dude, get out of my hair. Please, please. Just get out of my hair.
my fault, King.
Bro,
Absolutely.
Well, have a good day, guys. Just avoid roadkill.
7-9 loser. I'm here. So yeah, I tell them, yo, I'm getting dove like by 2 people, and I can handle like Daredevil. I can handle him, or I can handle Hulk. I can't handle both because like Hulk is just a like shoot him and like stand still and shoot him until he dies, and you just gotta pump out massive damage for Hulk. But for Daredevil, you have to like you really have to get into a fight where you're dodging and ducking and healing yourself. Like you can't. It's two different gameplay styles to kill them both. So that's where like that's different. So like you can't play two different games at once, and so you need those like that peel and that help. And what is like, I tell my team, yo, I need some help, and their solution is, okay, don't care if you're dying, we're gonna go kill their team, have fun. We're actually not gonna try to help you at all. We don't care if you die. And so they literally tell you, we don't care if you die, we're just gonna go kill their backline. Why on earth would I want to help you if you're not helping me, dude? Like that didn't, I literally say, yo, that doesn't help me. It's like, oh yeah, we don't care to help you. So, and then they got the nerve to get mad when I just don't want to play support. It's just like, oh, why aren't you healing for us? Well, why aren't you healing for me? And then they had the nerve to get mad and be like, oh, it's a roadkill death when like they're going negative on DPS. It's genuinely insane. Yeah, DPS players are some of just the most selfish, most like non-helpful like players in the game. Refuse to peel and expect like the team to revolve around them and help them. Yeah, I genuinely think most games would be a lot better if besides for like when it comes to like maybe Moon Knight or Wolverine that could put a wrench in the plans. I think most games would be better. I think most people would have a lot more success instead of playing 2 DPS, 2 tanks, 2 support, 3 tanks. I'm going to be complete. I think the tank role is a lot more helpful, does slightly less damage, and just offers so much more utility while barely lacking in terms of damage. I just think a lot of DPS players in general are incredibly worthless. Well, I think the most of the DPS cast is incredibly worthless in comparison to where if you just played tank instead, if you played, I don't know, Rogue or Angela or Hulk or Magneto, these characters, like, so you play, you know, Angela instead of, I don't know, Star-Lord, you can block Magneto's ultimate from hitting your support. You can't do that on DPS. You really, like, I think maybe Daredevil can, but like that's, you have to get like really lucky for that to happen. But like Angela can literally just fly up, block Magneto's ultimate. Obviously Strange and Magneto can block all, like tanks can block so many ultimates and keep their team alive. DPS literally just can't do that. The point I'm getting at is that tanks offer slightly less damage, a lot more like utility, and can protect their team. Whereas DPS players, or the DPS category in general, all it offers is just more damage, and that's not really too useful. And it like reflects in the people that play the category, where they're just not team players, like at all. But yeah, that's generally my thoughts on the DPS role. To summarize it, I think the role offers very little utility, very little team value, very little anything outside of damage, in which the vast majority of the roles just, well, the vast majority, both Strategist and Vanguard both contribute a good amount of damage. Like DPS isn't like outshining Vanguard or Strategist by like miles or whatever. They might do like 20% more damage, or like even like 10% in some cases, than both Strategist and Vanguard. Like I think the role generally just doesn't offer very much. Yeah, like those are my thoughts on that. And the players themselves, I think they're generally just some of the more selfish like people in the game who expect like just everyone to do for them and not do for anyone else. Get mad when like you treat them the same way they treat you. Like it's like they just want you to bend over backwards for them and get no help and just be happy. And then they want you to help them while they refuse to help you. But those are my thoughts. I'm going to do like a quick little video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Even you guys who do play DPS, like who play the role, just not. I don't care if like the DPS one tricks don't like this video or didn't enjoy. I knew that. Yeah, I'll see you guys next time.